All right. Thank you, everyone. No, seriously, that's enough. That is enough. My name's John, and you know the name of the game. It's Bitchin' Kitchen, the show where I blend up your favorite beats. Today, I'm going to be showing you the secret recipe that has been in the Thousand Foot Krutch family for quite a while, at least 10 years now. We're going to be showing you the key ingredients and what makes one of their albums work. You're going to start off with a fresh batch of lyrics that are very generic. You're not going to want anything that looks like they put too much effort into it. We're going to need something that's very quick, something that feels very forced, and we're also going to need to hear it all throughout this record, so you're going to want to make sure you've got plenty of them. I'm just going to put one sheet in there for now, but if you're doing this at home, you might want to try every track on the record. We're going to go ahead and toss that in. The next ingredient that you'll need is a very simple guitar chord and some ones that are just repeated all throughout the record. We're going to need that, and we're going to need to harp on those. We're also going to need those heartfelt moments that seem like they're almost in touch, but they're not quite there. So that's why we're throwing in this guy's battered hand along with his guitar. That's the next ingredient. And the next one is the most important. Even though it's the final ingredient, we saved the best for last. You're going to want to make sure you've got enough cheese for days, because we're going to need to just lather this thing up. Here we go. You following me, camera guy? We getting this right here. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we need. You don't want to hold back on this, because you want it smothered, want it covered like your Waffle House hash browns. All right, I think that's enough right there. And then all you do, you pop it in the oven, and then about 38 minutes later, you've got an album that you've completely forgotten. That's the show. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time right here on Bitchin' Kitchen. Okay, so for a real quick actual review, that was a comedy sketch, by the way. I am not attacking the band, but I am sharing probably an unpopular opinion with some, but I'm not going to apologize for putting how I actually feel out there. This album is absolutely flat and lifeless. There is nothing new here. Everything that they do, even on that single that sounds a lot different, Born This Way, they're mimicking southern rock feeling guitars and tones, and its lyrical message is something that has just been said so many times that I am not even remotely interested in it. The opening track, Like a Machine, starts off with those chugging riffs, and then all throughout the song, it sounds so much like Down With This Sickness by Disturbed. Every track on the record reminds me of something else, and it just sounds like a bad copy. I can't say that I've gotten into a Thousand Foot Krutch album since probably The Art of Breaking around like 2005, that and Phenomenon. Listening to them back then was more out of like, all my friends are listening to this. This is pretty cool for when I'm like 13 or 14. But listening to it now, all they do is write about the same things over and over again. Revolution this, or, you know, relatable lyric here, or I was made this way, or the euphemism that they like to use so much that I just want to punch somebody in the face. Your words are like knives, it cuts like a knife, your words are weapons. Please make it stop. Untraveled Roads is one that has like a few moments that I think are like okay, but then they kind of threw those ideas out the window for some reason. Like they were onto something and they were like, no, let's scrap that and like make it sound like something else that they will probably already recognize. That's what the game plan for much of this record seemed to be. In My Room is one that really tried hard to pull at those heartstrings, but really just ended up falling flat on its face. I appreciate that they stand up for their faith and their Christianity. I myself being a Christian, but the thing is I don't really enjoy much religious music just because of the fact that it's normally saying the same things over and over again. If you're looking for someone that does it a little bit differently in an interesting way, look at Colton Dixon. He's one of the artists out there that are actually pushing the envelope and like mixing things up in terms of like Christian or even just religious music, period. Oxygen and Glow close out this record as two of the most boring tracks on something that already didn't even have my attention. Set Me on Fire is one of the tracks that I hate the most lyrically, along with Give It To Me. It's just one where we see Trevor trying to hit those high notes, especially on Give It To Me, and it just sounds so out of place. Like, what were you thinking, man? Anyways, this record is not for me. I say save your time, save your money, go on to something else. If you want a good rock record, I just reviewed Royal Blood and the Gaslight Anthem. You can see those on my channel, and then check out the albums for yourself. That is what a good rock album will sound like. Anyways, guys, this is just my opinion. I'm sure I'm pissing plenty of you guys off, so I'll go ahead and stop the review here. 1.5 out of 5 for me. Let me know what you think about this review and about the album itself in the comments section down below. Don't forget to hit the like button because, of course, once again, this is all just what I think. It's just my opinion. Hope you enjoyed the little comedy sketch at the beginning. I worked kind of hard on that. I had to kind of map it out and plan it out in my head what I wanted to do with it, and that might be a bit that I use in the future again at some point. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see you very soon right here on ARTV. I've got reviews for the new Pornographers, Ariana Grande, and Frank Iero and The Celebration all coming up within the next week.